we're going to give you a little brief presentation in our whereabouts, so where we come from, where we are going, what we have done in regards to the research, development, and practice of alternative health approaches that will enlighten your quality of life. Um, Neurofarms was created by our own need to obtain or find a cure for our daughter, in this case, with a terminal kidney condition, on my mother with an Alzheimer condition, myself with a terminal metastatic cancer condition, as well as a nephew with a severe case of autism. So, all of these concerns within the family led me to, along with my family, to initiate into this research, into this trek, into this voyage of our lives, trying to find ways that we could live longer with the most quality of life possible. So we began this research about 17 years ago. Um, in the sense that we are in the process of the research and integration of what we think are the best methods, best natural compounds, because that's part of the process, and the best methodologies of its use. So um, that led us to invest in what it is now, Neurofarms. 2017, we initiated clinical activities in the city of Tijuana. And that was after we spent 10 years in the research, and we felt that we were ready to try to share our research with other patients, with other people that have our conditions, or in this case, neurodegenerative conditions, because of our mother's Alzheimer's condition and epilepsy, autism, and another process, and neurological we consider, and the oncological, which was our own metastatic cancers. So with that, we needed, and it was our mission was to help others like ourselves to get a better quality of life. So to date, we have more than 3,000 patients, members, because we talk from patient to patient, in which we establish this process that we have been able to scientifically document. In 2019, we requested a amparo, which in this case is an appeal, a collective appeal before the Fifth Federal Court in the city of Tijuana, since we were presenting 30 plus testimonials along with their scientific support of those more than 3,000 members that were being treated till the moment. On July 13th, 2020, a three-judge presented a unanimous decision in our favor and ordered precautionary measures and a definite appeal to the process, meaning that we were shielded by any type of criminal laws in regards to what we were performing, and as well as we had received from the three judges orders that are forcing the Mexican Federal Social Security Administration and the Mexican FDA to register and provide these formulations to the public. So in October 1st, the federal government issued a statement ordering the Secretary of Health for the state of Baja to execute all these measures issued by these three judges in an initiative matter. And with that, the court order was the acquisition of the formulation for all these patients because they are protected under Social Security law. The registration, authorization, and import of all these formulations, which are based on herbal compounds, and along them, cannabis is an axial part of it, along with mushrooms, algae, and lichens. So it is not just the process of cannabinoids, even though cannabis is an axial part of the formulations because of the endocannabinoid system on all vertebrates, in which we are. So the distribution and delivery is because the judges ordered the Social Security Administration hospital system to have these formulations available to anyone that will request them, and they are forced to offer them so the patient decides if they're going to be going to an allopathic formulation, like any of the other pharmaceutical chemicals, or if they are going to be choosing a natural herbal formulation. So we are right now in the process of having the federal and state authorities comply, which has been taking quite a long route in regards to all the normativity associated with it. So it's been 2 years, and that they are trying to comply on this. Our mission was to provide an alternative integrative medicine process, program, solution to anyone who might need it. Any other patient that approached us, we helped. And that has always been our case. The formulations are of the highest quality. We comply with the state of California cannabis regulations in regards to production, in regards to contaminants, and so forth, which is the only part of the battery and array of other plants that are subject to such a process. The rest of them are considered essential oils as such. Our vision, the causes that define our future. So, our vision was to establish the first medical program composed of cannabinoids in the history of Mexico. For Baja, because they have the highest concentration of U.S. citizens residing outside of California, which are contiguous, and for having the state government to homologate the regulations between California and Baja. That is the specific strategic process, so we will be able to provide a safe access to any patient that is carrying and transporting their medications across the border, as it is permitted with all of the rest of Schedule 1, Schedule through Schedule 4 medications if they are prescribed. We are our principles are family. We begin this path because of the need to fight our own conditions, our own terminal conditions. We pride and stride on a scientific focus. Throughout our process, we have been able to conform a multidisciplinary team of people that uh, bet and abide to each one of the therapeutic formulations that we generate for them. A holistic approach is something that we always had and we will always have a specific point that is non-negotiable. The introduction in the market of isomeric compounds, it's not something that we think it's correct. The properties of a plant are as a whole, the plant as a whole. So that is the holistic approach. And also to defend our human right to life, our human right for a better quality of existence, a human right for a self-determination of as a patient to take any type of formulation, food, drink, or whatever medication you might think will help you gain your health back. Our research specialized in the production of therapeutic varieties of cannabis in proprietary formulations of herbal solutions containing, cannabis and a more than 17 other specific species of plants. The cultivation, production, and manufacture were carried out and are carried out in a strict environment for the quality control, so we can provide our treatments that we've been able to test and have testified on ourselves and our family members in regards to that. So multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, cancers, Parkinson's, and autism is just one that were the direct conditions that our family was suffering. Uh, it is well known that there are a great deal of other therapeutic, scientifically documented benefits of cannabis and of the other plants that we used in our practice, in our research. We started with ourselves, benefiting ourselves, and then we understood that also we needed to treat our family members. And we needed to treat our support family members because they were also stressed with the conditions that we were going as patients, as sick people. So, post-traumatic stress disorders and other types of conditions that arise from the stress generated of those environments can lead to asthma, to epileptic seizures, to diabetes, hypertension, insomnia, and also of psychiatric pain. Uh, the effects are felt through the entire family and friends, not just the patient. We strive and to treat the disease as a whole, not just the patient, but the entire immediate family and caregivers. So a benefit is, as part of our research, we provided an integral evaluation and we developed hardware, software, and processes in order to establish a biometric matrix of the person. Our approach is that the universe is energy, and every living being and form in the universe has a energy signature. So what we have done is to integrate and capture through biometric processes as acoustic resonances, as magnetic resonances, as CT scans, as all of these diagnostic tools that you might find on your allopathic conventional medical industry are used in this purpose. Why? Well, each person is unique. Each body is unique. Each individual has its own energy signature. And as such, it is part of our hypothesis that the uniqueness of the human being also should be related to the uniqueness of the formulation of the compound that this person is receiving in order to treat the imbalances of energy that are afflicting his body, his physical body and his emotional body. So we develop specific formulations for these patients in order to achieve the most efficient, the highest efficiency of the effects that we are intending to have on this patient. These led us to have a specific type of compound formulations that are part of the process that we do for each one of our friends, family, and other patients that request our support. Our technology, which we named the biomatrix, is a culmination of this technology development in which we are bringing the fusion of this technology with genomics of the person and the energy signatures that they are producing. So we do believe that genomic medicine is part of the future in order to tailor the treatment to that specific patient. As you see, we integrated in our clinical protocol agricultural practices, genomics, engineering, allopathic, and natural medicine, that we call it integrative holistic medicine. The integral approach starts with the biometric evaluation of the patient, its energy signature allowing to provide a signature of the conditions. The proprietary technology defines the compound formulation for the patient, as well as real-time monitoring, because we can monitor in real time the conditions of those patients. It is a new way that we have found in our voyage through trying to get as better quality of life for our terminal conditions, that we have been able to reach this process. And it is important to note that we do believe that alternative herbal compound formulations with the pharmaceutical approach of holistic usage are the future of health.